What a breathtaking Champions League semi-finals is first leg. So today we are going to be doing the post-match analysis of the first leg. Also, we'll be giving our predictions of what might happen in the second leg. Welcome back to our podcast. Say hello, boys. All right, so let's start with Barcelona and Inter Milan first. How amazing that game was, and it was unlike Inter Milan. We never see Inter Milan giving like a 6-goal match always. We always see them ending up with a 1-0 or a 1-2 maximum.
So the last scored 3 goals in the same match was in January. So it shows you how frenetic that game went.
Crazy.
And it was amazing to watch the game actually as a neutral fan especially.
The silence to those who missed that match.
Exactly. The Yamal show was amazing. Earlier the saying was like, pass it to Messi and pray. Now it has gone to pass it to Yamal and play.
No offense to any player here, but we always tend to miss out Rafinha, what he's been doing in the game.
True, so very true.
He's been very crucial part.
He almost scored that goal, which was given as an own goal, but I feel that should have been according to the
rules and everything. It's an own goal, but really brilliant shot by Rafinha.
And as well, he provided the assist as well to the Ferran Torres. And what a ball by Pedri that was amazing to see.
It's the second goal, right?
Yeah.
But talking about goals, what do you think? Like Barcelona just conceded within 30 seconds.
I think they were just caught off guard. They have not been starting games very well this season. They go down
first
a lot.
30 seconds, usually Barcelona, the matches you see, they have
the ball from Barella. The ball from Barella was very good. Where he found Dumfries, and then Dumfries first time when he crossed,
couldn't
clear the ball very well, and then it went back to the Inter team, and then they came back with Dumfries the ball again, and
the slip for the Inzaghi Martinez, that was a bit shaky from them, but I guess it was an amazing goal by Thuram.
It was a good improvisation.
True.
The ball was not coming to his feet in forward position. It just hung around his back, and so he had to
improvise and score that goal. It was
amazing
to watch that. And unlike Thuram as well, he never scores those kind of goals. We always see him doing
the direct
usual stuffs and stuff. But this was amazing to watch. But my main brilliance of Inter Milan in that game was Dumfries.
Dumfries, the second goal, man.
God, we never expect that from a defender. We don't expect that from generally in a striker or a forward itself. But that defender doing such an amazing goal was beautiful to watch. In a corner coming and doing a bicycle kind of a goal. I don't think Barca also was caught off guard there. They didn't expect.
It was just a good goal. It was not like Barca were doing something wrong there.
True.
I don't think they could have done anything better.
Corners anyways is a 50-50 chance.
It's just the brilliance of Inter. The ball was perfectly delivered, and then the header from the corner, and then he scored. So it was a good build-up in the corner as well. So
I felt that Barcelona had a kind of a slow start, which gave Inter that edge, drive to move on in the first.
They had that confidence.
By the time they scored 2 goals, Barca were not actually playing. After that, when they gave ball a lot more to Pedri as well as Yamal, that's when they started coming in. That's where I think around 38th minute mark they started playing well. They kept asking the right questions.
Yamal scored his goal. That was around 23rd, 24th minute. They got that spark, to do things better. And
I think they scored the goal when they were not playing well. After that, they started
doing their they do, the tiki-taka passes and all of that. But when we see Barcelona, just a season back, when Barca would be 2-0 down or something, we never expect Barcelona to
the Xavi era compared to the Flick era is really different.
Beautiful. They have done it so many times this season.
They started to build a team. Getting in youth players.
Gavi, Pedri, Yamal, all came through.
Hansi Flick is just using their experience to push through the tournaments, and they've been performing really brilliant.
That's a major difference what I feel is between Arsenal as well as Barcelona. Arsenal are going only for youngsters who have potential, who can give those kind of things. But Barca, on the other hand, they have youngsters as well as they have experience. They bought back Szczesny, who has a lot of experience. They have Lewandowski, who has experience in those big stages. Inigo Martinez is not young. So they have a good mixture. So there's something to learn for Arsenal and Chelsea from Barcelona. They just don't go for youngsters who have a great potential.
They go with mixed of experienced people.
Exactly.
On the field.
But then talking about a youngster, the youngster of football right now, it doesn't
probably
really
one of the best players right now.
It seems so beautiful. When he plays in the game, it doesn't look like a 17-year-old playing. He's so matured with the ball. He has the leadership qualities, the goals that he's scoring. It's so good. When we were watching the match, you also told that we are not getting those kind of wingers right now.
Yeah.
The kind of game style that
It's
the
more
old
of
wingers
like
used to have.
robotic wingers right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Who don't, just
There are
run
very
through the
few-
defense and
Yeah.
break the defense
There are
down.
very few wingers who
I
just
can-
go full throttle over
but
their
Yamal is
defenders.
one
They
of
take,
them.
They take their man on. They just don't turn back and pass it around so that they can build it again.
Yeah.
And the first goal that Yamal scored, it gave a
had-
Messi magic.
Yeah,
The-
he had like 3-4 players around
Yeah.
him.
He shrugged off Mkhitaryan, then
Yeah.
Bastoni and Ashobi were coming in, and he found that gap to score.
And
in
let's
the far
not
corner.
forget that it's Bastoni. He does such amazing defense there, and he did not just take Bastoni but also the other two,
Centre
three
back as
defenders
well.
at the same time, and that goal there. Oh God, he's just brilliant in the game, and it is so amazing to watch that two players of the same team are in the Ballon d'Or contenders.
Exactly, Rafinha as
and
well.
Yamal, yeah.
Yamal. It was sad to see, like we said in the earlier start of the video, that Rafinha, that he shot that after the corner, that the ball
Yeah.
came, the Yamal left the ball and he scored
Yeah.
that. I literally thought that give some sympathy and give that goal to Rafinha. He was
I
so
like
I
that.
think if he
beautiful.
had that goal, he would have equalized Ronaldo in the.
He already equalized
Yeah,
in terms
Messi.
of goals and assists.
He's
He
equalized Messi, not Ronaldo.
uh-huh.
Messi had 20, I think.
20 and Ronaldo has 21.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he's at 20 right now, but there's still.
But also, if you
another
look
leg.
at that,
coming up.
Messi Ronaldo comparatively played
Lesser
fewer
games.
matches. Yeah, than
But I think this.
seeing this new format.
new format.
Yeah,
and
Rafinha
they
has got
have
that chance
yeah.
to get more numbers.
But
because of
he
more
did. He
games.
did the same in the same games. He's already done 20.
Yeah,
So let's not
yeah,
forget that as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just good to see Rafinha coming up with the likes of Messi and Ronaldo there. But talking about the man of the match, a defender like Dumfries,
exactly.
giving an assist, one amazing goal, and
Two goals.
another goal from a corner.
Yeah.
Also giving one more almost assist, which was a millimeter offside. Feel sad for Inter Milan giving in the home of Barcelona, coming up with 3 goals and also trying to move ahead, but silly offside there. It's people are just telling that Opta has given a prediction that Barcelona still is ahead of Inter Milan moving ahead to the finals. But I feel that the 3-goal advantage away has to be taken into picture.
Yeah.
3 goals. It is not simple that
If
they've
the
scored
away
there.
goals still had that
Barcelona would
advantage,
be have
Barcelona would have been
tough
in,
time to qualify.
Exactly.
But no, I'm just talking about the morale here of Barcelona. They are going to go to Inter's home now and playing there. Inter doing that at Barcelona's home, who are in top form right now and scoring 3 goals there, is just amazing.
I don't think Barcelona will shy away from any stadium right now. The attack
True.
they have, the game they play, I don't think Hansi Flick or the team is scared to go to San Siro.
Also, that there are chances of both the managers to get a treble this season.
They're fighting for the treble,
yeah.
so they will
They'll put everything on the line.
for sure.
Yamal will come up with his game,
Skills again,
but
yeah.
Inter Milan will also have their game plan as well.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
will not be as frenetic as this game went. That's what I think in the
Okay.
coming game.
But they should look after like how to stop Yamal in the second leg, because
True,
he's gonna go
that's-
all in all out.
Yeah.
So it will be very difficult.
There's
for
also one more instance where he took on DiMarco.
Oh,
he cut
God.
he
He
cut
just-
out on the right. Then he felt like he was crossing from the right and then cut back in, and
Shot
that
there.
shot
which
with
hit the
Sommer,
post, yeah.
He
saved,
took
and
DiMarco home. DiMarco just went home.
he was just sliding away.
And when we were watching as well, we saw that when DiMarco went, we all of us thought that he is going to pass it to Rafinha.
Yeah.
The
He was
shot
looking
that
up
he
for it.
took and hitting the pole, it was very unlucky, but it is 90% of those chances where he was playing the ball and he was trying to score, it doesn't go for a goal. Doesn't even try to hit the pole. But it was Yamal who made it possible to
Yeah.
at least hit that
Yeah.
to the pole.
And talking about Dumfries again, in a team where, like, if Inter Milan is getting the man of the match, you usually think it's Lautaro Martinez,
Yeah.
or it's Nicola Barella, or it's Bastoni.
Bastoni. Yeah.
But
We never
for Dumfries
expect-
to get that, I think he had 1 assist, 2 goals, and another clinch. I think
Yeah.
that was a winner. That could have been,
match
but
turning point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Basically telling that so many star-studded players there,
and Dumfries was the
Dumfries
man of the
getting
match,
the man
so
of the
he did
matches.
really well. And I think
Deserving.
he kept
Deserving.
Rafinha quiet as well on the left side. Rafinha had to come in to the
Correct.
game.
change his position.
Exactly.
Quickly, your predictions for the second leg?
I think Barcelona wins this by 2-1.
Oh, yeah?
I feel Inter Milan will go through by 2-1.
Oh, crazy.
Let's go. What about you?
I would love to watch Barca winning it, but even I feel that Inter might go 2-1.
Okay, it's 2-1 then. Let's see. What's your score prediction?
2-1, 2-1.
2-1. Okay, no fanatic here.
Yeah, nothing fanatic.
And there'll be
one
more
of the
like
games.
calmer
Yeah.
side of Inter Milan will be more on calmer side,
Yeah.
where Barcelona give all
Yeah.
out. Like they would want to go win, but I'm pretty sure Inter Milan
I
can
think
handle them.
both teams need the win right now because anyway they are at the drawn stage. It's not
Yeah.
like the other game that we are going to talk about very soon. But I feel that
It's
both
not a
the teams will
one-sided
have to
game.
go.
Yeah.
Both teams have to go for the win. It's not like they have an advantage over it.
Yeah.
And if you let Barca play their game, they play really well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
considering
And
that,
they can
I
put
think
them
it was a
down,
good
silence
tactic
them.
that first leg that they deployed. That Inter Milan was not just sitting back and defending.
Correct.
So that caught Barcelona off
defended.
guard.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the plan to go against Barcelona.
It just shows that both the teams are deserving to go to the finals.
Very
Both
well,
had
very well deserving
really
for both the
amazing
teams.
games. Yeah. All right. So let's move to the second part of the semi-finals leg that happened in the first leg. Arsenal versus PSG.
Let's
What-
have his thoughts first.
What? Okay, he might tell it later. What did you think happened in the match?
So the gameplay that PSG had, like they were hungry for it. Like the second they lose the ball, they have
press.
so much pressure.
Correct.
They press a lot. Like they want to win the ball and go for every
Yeah, it did show the
opportunity
hunger
they
that
take. Yeah.
PSG had.
So having that kind of a mentality, let it be any team, an underdog team. I'm not telling PSG
PSG
is.
had underdogs, yeah.
Yeah. So let it be any team. You've seen Ajax do that couple
Yeah,
of seasons
yeah.
back. So when you have that kind of a mentality, it's very hard and to break down such team. So no doubt Arsenal is good, really good this season, but PSG to have that hunger to win the Champions League with the form Dembele is in right now and supporting role with Quara and Desire Doué. And talking about Yamal, like
Yeah,
you don't see a
the
lot of
younger stars.
yeah,
Desire
taking
Doué
on
is
their
also
man.
one of
wingers
the man.
breaking the defense line.
He's
So
good, he's amazing
Quara
there.
and Desire Doué was really they both were really excellent against
Yeah.
Arsenal. On the
So-
other hand, Arsenal, I didn't see Saka being very much involved in the game. I feel that's where things
PSG
were
had
bad
the upper
again.
hand
Yeah.
there. I just thought that where Arsenal just demoralized was before the start of the match when they saw the Tifo. They just
Arteta was like, get everything you have.
and they just went with this. I guess the squad just got demoralized seeing that itself, and they did not play well just for fun. I'm so sorry, but like he said, both teams have a lot of hunger. They want the Champions League. They want to win the Champions League for the first time, and Arsenal did also show the hunger in the Real Madrid match. To beat Real Madrid like that is not easy, and what they did show that okay, they are going to give a tough competition to PSG as well.
Yes.
But it was it was not so pleasing to see Arsenal play a game like that too at home in Emirates. PSG in the 4th minute, I guess Dembele scored.
Considered a goal,
It was a very silly mistake that
So,
Arsenal made.
So we started the match very slow. In the first 20-25 minutes, it was all PSG.
Correct.
I
PSG
think we
dominance.
had to change the tactics. Arteta did that after 20-25 minutes, and then we started playing. We asked the right questions after that as well. Like similarly, like Barcelona, they
Yeah,
started slow,
yeah.
but it was not like we were out of the game. I know PSG dominated. PSG won the battle here, but the war is not over. I've been embarrassed a lot of times in the last few years. We have gone out 10-2 against Bayern Munich, 5-1 against Barcelona, if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. We have been schooled by Manchester City a lot of times.
Yeah.
Hazard has sent our defenders to championship. So to think that I am giving up on this team with 1 goal difference, going to Paris, who are not very sure of how they play in the second legs. You can think again if you
Yeah,
think I'm
true.
giving up on my team. And considering
I
the
will
fact
see.
that the first goal went from the position where Partey is usually there.
Yeah, I was just about to
Partey
ask.
was not there in the game, and it
That
was
was a
clearly,
crucial miss for
clearly
Arsenal.
seen.
Yeah.
That was a big miss
So
for
when
Arsenal.
Quara was going on the left wing, Timber was trying to be there, not dive into the challenge, and he needed someone else, and Saka was not there. So Declan Rice left the position and came towards him, and that position was empty. that's how the goal went.
Yeah.
That's how the difference was made.
But
if you
also,
think,
Quara being such a lethal winger, you need two people to press on him, or else it's a. It's
I
a
think Timber has
simple
done
escape
good.
for Quara there.
Timber has done good this year. I feel like people are scraping him out after just one bad performance. He kept Vinicius quiet.
Yes.
Vinicius
Yeah.
is also a very tricky winger. He kept Vinicius quiet. He does not get his flowers. Same with Ben White. What happened?
Yeah.
Timber is also good, but one-off game, it happens. And like you said, Desiree Doué also had a good game, but Miles Lewis Kelly had a better game than him.
Yeah.
He almost created that chance where Martinelli could have scored. I am so upset with Martinelli. Don't even get me started over there. So Partey coming back will be a huge boost for us. I think Partey
To handle the midfield.
yeah.
With more.
So according how the game went, we were like trying to build, but Declan Rice kept passing the ball behind to the players, not in forward positions. But Partey does not do that. He collects the ball and turns forward. He gives it to Declan Rice, who can drive forward, or to Martin Odegaard, who can pass it to Saka, and then that's how Saka comes into the picture.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people are telling that Nuno Mendes have locked down Salah in the previous games. Now he's locked down
Saka.
but he had 1 of 5 dribbles that he won. Saka had 6 people on him in one picture.
Yeah.
Saka had 6 people, and I don't know who's capitalizing on those situations. There is so much space out there on the left side and in the center where Saka has 6 people in a frame, and there's so much more room outside. I don't know who's taking the positions over there. That's where we need to improve. That's how it shows that we don't have a striker as
will only
well.
come for sure if Partey is there.
Yeah, when Partey comes back, he comes back in the 6.
Yeah.
Declan moves
is
up
moved to the
forward,
8 position.
and Mourinho is up top. When Mourinho is playing up front, he's not leaving his position.
Yeah.
Whereas when Trossard is playing up front,
Yeah, he's
he's
a bit-
roaming a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
like
the
a
number
more like
10.
a false
yeah,
nine.
He's most probably like where Odegaard is, he's on the left side. He's like a more left 10, and Odegaard is the right 10. So in that aspect, we don't have a striker over there in this game. But I think going forward in this PSG leg, I think we will come forward with Mourinho.
I mean,
We have
talking
a good
about
chance.
Odegaard, he didn't give that captain performance.
He's
I-
having
he's-
a bit of an off season.
Yeah.
If we don't.
Since his injury, I don't think Odegaard
Yeah,
has been
he's-
Odegaard.
yeah,
He's
right.
still crucial for our team, not to undermine that, but he has to turn up in bigger games. He
Yeah.
has to find that pass. He has to create more to Saka as well. Saka is not in the game because Odegaard is not in the game. You
Correct.
cannot just obviously you cannot just transform from one side of the attack to the other side.
Nah,
You
yeah,
need players
yeah,
to transform the
yeah.
game. So Odegaard is the key for Saka to be in the game. So for Saka to come
Saka
in and
was really
have more
silent
impact,
the entire game.
and the challenge that happened on Nuno Mendes, I don't think that was anything wrong in that.
Yeah, even I felt that it was not
Nuno
that
Mendes
big a
just went
deal.
down way too easily.
The yellow card was basically given because he
He kicked the ball. I understand that, but
it was not a
which
foul in
player
the first
will-
place as
which
well.
player would not be
Yeah,
frustrated?
he was one-on-one. Saka, if he would have cut Nuno Mendes, he was just one-on-one and a clear chance to score the goal.
Oh, yeah.
It is a valid frustration from Saka to kick the ball like that, and it is a huge disadvantage, I guess, that he is already on a yellow.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
the
see
second
that
leg
as a
against
disadvantage
finals,
because
yeah,
Saka is very mature. He does not get involved in the bookings a lot. Especially
Correct.
for a winger,
Correct.
they do not have to put in tackles and everything. I understand for a defender or a midfielder, they have to take one for the team at some point of the
Correct,
game.
yeah.
But forwards do not need to do that. They just need to come back and help out a little bit. So Saka being on a yellow is not a big deal for us. But Saka has to turn up in this game. I think Martinelli has to, man. Martinelli has to come up in this game.
It was a good chance.
It was a
It
golden
was
opportunity for-
easy 80-20 chance that Martinelli could have scored that. Donnarumma was coming towards the downside to save. He could have just
You clearly
scored
see
it
why
on the
Arsenal are linked
air
with
goal.
Nico Williams and players like that on the left wing, because Martinelli has to improve. Martinelli is not Arsenal caliber anymore, is what I feel.
Big words, I say.
Oh,
Okay.
I have been a huge Martinelli fan from the beginning. I always thought he has a bigger ceiling than Saka. That's how much I loved
If
Martinelli.
PSG goes
but
ahead and wins the Champions League, since they won the league as well, do you think Dembele would have a
Ballon d'Or
chance
to win the Ballon d'Or, no?
yeah, most probably yes.
It's a good
Why
shot,
not?
yeah.
Dembele has been in top form. He has the most goals
Especially
in this
since January,
2025.
he's been lethal.
And you count from October to October is
Yeah.
what I think for Ballon d'Or. So I think he has a good shout.
Yeah.
That's why I've been telling in the previous videos as well. the Ballon d'Or is not yet decided. It can
So,
still
yeah.
go to Salah
Salah
as
as
well.
well, yeah.
It just depends who wins.
No, I guess it
Champions
will
League.
be nailed down for Dembele if they are already champions in their league. Champions
If they
League
win.
and
Just
him
imagine if
scoring
Inter
so
or
many goals.
Arsenal go ahead and win the
No, no, I'm
Champions
just
League.
in
Who's the
terms of-
standout from their
Then
team?
it's a
You do
really
not,
tough call.
you do
Correct,
not
yeah.
get a direct Ballon d'Or worthy winner. If eventually Barca wins it, it's sure that Yamal or Rafinha will
Rafinha is
turn
gonna
up
win.
for the Ballon
Correct,
d'Or winner.
correct, yeah.
If they win, PSG win, I think Ousmane Dembele has a
Dembele,
brilliant
big
chance
chance.
to win the Ballon d'Or. But if Arsenal or Inter Milan win, it's not clearly seen that, oh, okay, Lautaro
Anyone-
Martinez,
yeah,
Saka,
Saka winning
Declan
it.
Rice, or anyone.
Yeah.
They are all behind in the rankings. So
Correct.
it depends who wins the Champions League.
But to see Arsenal did not perform to their caliber or to their potential. But for me, still two players in Arsenal were just outstanding. One was Mikel Merino. Beautiful, even though he played as a striker in Real Madrid's game, and now he's playing as a
Midfielder since Partey was
since
missing.
Partey was not there. But still, he was right out there the entire game. There was a goal as well he
Yeah.
scored, which was unfortunately offside.
You see, if we put Marino in the number 9 position, we will have more chances.
Yeah, of course,
They
I
were very
feel that.
awful, is what I felt,
Yeah.
dealing with the crosses and everything. But we did not have a Mikel Merino or Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz, yeah,
So,
yeah.
even in the previous game that we played in the group stage, Kai Havertz scored the goal.
Yeah.
So you can see a tall striker, if he's there in the box,
Can
it
be
gives
lethal.
them,
Yeah, a good
it gives them a hard
advantage,
time.
yeah.
Even when we had crosses in, when Marino was there, he almost scored that offside goal.
Correct.
So you see, we have a chance. It's not like it's not game over, guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
it's just 1-0.
Yeah, it's gonna
But
be a
the
tough game. But
reactionary after the game on the social media against Arsenal has been like
I
very
guess
bad.
you being an Arsenal fan, it shouldn't be a surprise for you. People do bash Arsenal a lot in
Yeah, I
social
understand,
media.
but it's not that like we have lost 3-0, 4-0, like we have
Correct.
been schooled like Bayern Munich.
It's just a
So-
1-0 lead.
And
It's
you
fine.
remember PSG losing out a 4-0 lead.
To Aston Villa, right? Yeah, they were almost out of the Champions
Not
League.
just
at one
Aston
point
Villa
of
as well
time.
as Barcelona in their
Barca
own
as well.
in their own yard.
Right. Yeah.
They won 6-1 in that game.
Yeah.
They gave up a 4-0. I know
Lead,
it's a different team, but it's still there.
It's still there. Yeah.
Even the Arsenal are. I said in the last video as well, they both are chokers in the
Yeah.
big games. So Arsenal did their part. PSG is still left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paris is still there. We can still take it. It's just that Partey has to come back now.
Correct.
Partey will be back and we will score. We will win the tie.
So like I said, Mikel Merino was one. The other player who was in the combined 11
Please
as
tell
well.
me
The
it's
only
Luis Miles Kelly.
the only player who was in the combined 11 for the first leg was Luis Miles Kelly. I guess he was just wonderful, just wonderful.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I will definitely want to see Lamine Yamal versus Miles Lewis Kelly battle.
Yeah,
it
would
will be
good.
amazing.
Two youngsters face off. Would be
They
amazing.
both are
to see.
fearless, is
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
feel. He created the chance, man. He created the golden opportunity for Martinelli. And
Feels so sad that it didn't turn out to be in the back of the net. But anyways, what is your prediction?
I think we will win 2-0.
Oh, you?
PSG going through.
Oh, scoreline?
2-1.
All right, I'm going for 2-0 as well, Arsenal. I guess Arsenal will go ahead. All right, you guys let us know in the comment section what your predictions are for the second leg. We'll see you in our next video. Thank you so much.